We are now video casting along with podcasting, so you can hear us, you can see us, you can talk to us.
Sound like a TV show.
We will be talking about the Coaches Roundtable.
And I see half of the game here, half of the game there, because I want to get eyes on these teams that we're ranking. Crazy off-season. We've done a lot this year, John. Oh, Thunder is joining me today live on the podcast. Vicky's on the controls over there. And it's been a crazy off-season. We've done a lot.
I'm not allowed to have that nickname anymore.
Thunder?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
My kids chased me down and said change it.
Change it to...
They dogpiled me. Said I'm not allowed that nickname now.
What's your new nickname?
Well, after they saw me run, they said fighter plane.
Well, you're certainly not an aviator. Okay, here it is. The schedule. Oh my gosh. We had people hacking in our back end. Wide open, found a hole. I hope karma doesn't come back and get you guys for your one-day advance notice on the schedule. But it might.
It might.
It might. I know who schedules.
Never mess with the man with the microphone, and never mess with the man that makes the schedule.
That's true, especially in the UC. Okay. I wish you guys could see Vicky. She's beautiful over there with the headset on, the microphone going towards the ceiling. It's an amazing picture. Visualize. Let's talk about some games. We showed you some videos of how we're going to schedule. And we've had a little fun this year. You know, there was times where we've had to take a little time off. I'd get to where my head was completely spinning with numbers and teams. And so I'd have to go out on fields and watch a few practices. You know, it was funny because I had a couple coaches not recognize me. Obviously, they're not watching this podcast, but not recognize, and they didn't even, the coach's certification. They sent parents over and said, "Who are you?" Well, because I've got access to rosters. Well, I'm Jimmy's granddad. I just don't want him to know I'm here. Can you believe the length some coaches will go to thinking they're getting scouted in practice like it's going to make a difference on Saturday? No. But it's happening. Oh, we've heard it's happening. But nonetheless, the schedule is done. It is released as of right now. It is released. And as we promised in our videos, we've got what we consider the top flight teams playing the top flight teams. Then you'll play equal teams, and then you'll play a little lesser team to try and get a balance as to where everybody fits to go into this reset. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So it is game of the week. I mean, this week, you're not starting out with a patsy. You're starting out with somebody that's equal or on your level. It's ferocious. We're going to start in the Scouts. Now, we've got a team here, obviously, in Scouts, because of sheer size, Mountain Ridge has to be favored going in.
They have to. How many kids they have?
I don't know, a lot.
I almost hit 500 for the
500 for the district. So Mountain Ridge has to be favored, especially in this division. But we've got a team up at Olympus. They won a championship last year. I don't know, 3 or 4 spaces down. Made a lot of noise in the offseason. Olympus in the Scouts is going to be a threat to that, or they'll be able to position themselves to get into a championship. They had a lot of 7-year-olds on that team. Should be good. Guess what? Mountain Ridge, you're playing Olympus first game, right out of the chute. Let's see where they go. What do you think?
I think it's a great way to get a barometer on 2 of the ones we think are going to be at the top. But the cool thing is, you know, the first week you're getting ready. But as they meet later in the season, if they possibly do.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Now, in our Gremlin division, I mean, obviously, Stansbury's got all the pressure on them to repeat, and they're opening up in a tough one against Riverton. That's a good one. But I got my eyes on the runner-up, Brighton. They have to open up against Bingham. That's gonna be that'll be a battle.
Once again, another district that grew, Bingham. They're already big.
But they got bigger.
They seem like they're on a mission this year, don't they?
JD, you did a great job. Your board did a great job. Bingham District overall, you grew, and I look for big things. Now let's go to Pee Wees. Oh man, this is a team with a little bit of controversy, a little bit of, wow. But you're opening up against Riverton. That should be a battle there.
Mountain Ridge, Riverton.
Mountain Ridge, Riverton, opening up, and Corner Canyon, Farmington. Now that little Farmington team played some really good football in our sevens tournaments.
Yes, they did.
They were exceptional. So Corner Canyon, I think you got your hands full this week. Mighty Mites. Oh, I can't wait for this one. Farmington Cypress kicking this off as my game of the week.
That's a start there. Winston is excited. I know that.
Winston's calling up. He can't wait to play Farmington this week. He's all excited. Mountain Ridge, Corner Canyon, and Mighty Mites. They're, Corner Canyon, Farmington, Corner Canyon knocked off Farmington that first week of playoffs. It's going to be a really good team.
That's a deep group.
That Mighty Mite group is. But what about you? Aren't you a Cedar Valley Aviator now?
Yep, Cedar Valley.
Cedar Valley.
We'll see where we can fly to. We'll see what heights we can soar at.
Well, you're kind of starting way low. You got not much more room. You got to go up, dude, because going down, whew, the elevator's on the basement floor.
We'll see how far up we can take this group. They're good. I'll tell you that right now. Look out. This little team's good.
You heard it here.
Yeah.
The Cedar Valley Mighty Mites are a force to be reckoned with, is what I'm hearing.
Hey, I'll say this right now. You guys at the top, don't get comfortable because you're playing for second.
Brighton, Harriman, Westlake, Mountain Ridge, Matt Anderson, here he comes. Cedar Valley's on the road.
I think you might end up having to schedule us against some gridirons, give us some competition. So.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do right there.
Oh, I'm excited, because there's a lot of good coaches, a lot of fun teams in this. So, challenge for sure.
Gridirons, we got some battles going on in Gridirons this first week. Mountain Ridge, defending champion, opening up against who?
Bingham.
Wow.
Bingham.
Classic matchup in the first week. It's a little like Utah, Florida, huh?
Yeah, it is. Actually, I'm looking at all these games going, literally, we can say game of the week and just put the whole list.
The whole list.
Yep.
Harriman, Corner Canyon, Brighton against Clearfield, Viewmont, Copper Hills. Now, Viewmont was a team that took Mountain Ridge in the semifinals to the wire. This is a team to watch out for. They got a nice little quarterback. I'm not going to say they're huge, but this is a very good football team. And they open up against Copper Hills. Now, that's a good football team too. So, yeah, the Gridirons, they're stacked. Bantams. There's a couple on here that jump out at me. But my boy LJ, who came in here for Media Day from Alta, man.
He's a character, isn't he?
Character.
He's a good
Pancake House. Don't call us Waffle House. call us the Pancake House. Well, guess what? You're opening against Bingham. Let's see the pancakes, bro. I'm going to be out there watching.
He's going to be serving breakfast.
Serving breakfast. And then we got Brighton and Bountiful. Now, Bountiful is one to watch. They've been on the recruiting trail, brought in a couple kids from California, and they open against Brighton. And Brighton, runner-up against Corner Canyon last year. That Corner Canyon team is, as we all know, is very good. They sat right here at this table and said they would repeat.
Yes, they did.
In the media day. So the bullseye's clearly on Corner Canyon, but LJ, you guys at Alta got open up against Bingham. You got Brighton, Bountiful, Corner Canyon, Copper Hills. Copper Hills, Copper Hills has some good teams. They could get some good coaching out there to match the talent. They would be a force to be reckoned with.
Yes, they would.
All
a bunch
right.
of kids, too.
Now, we can't go much deeper than that. We're going to let it unfold and see where it goes. We can't really talk about B teams because the B teams, the B1 teams, the B2, B3, B4s, they all change on a yearly basis. But we will stay up with you. We will be watching, and we are excited for this season. How do you feel, Vicky? Got your POs done? No POs done? Well, we're all a little bit behind. This schedule takes its toll. It's been hell week for our administrators, and our hats are off to you. You've been out there. You've been grinding. You're tired. Take the weekend off. Take the weekend off. Get ready next week, game week, 5 practices next week. After the first game, we go to 3 practices. Then we are on our school time schedule.
Yes, we are. Hey, enjoy it. New
Thunder.
schedule, new fun this year.
New thunder from the flight deck.
Call me fighter.
Fighter pilot, whatever.
Nothing sticks. Sorry, you can't get a nickname to stick here.
Okay, Thunder. Okay, Jeff Gorins, John Halliburton. Vicky on the controls. Do you know how to run this?
No.
We need to get a picture of you. Just one second. Let's get a picture. There she goes, the one-finger salute. We will see you on the field. We're out.
This conversation is now over.